No conservation and or other educational values. They've got to move them, and let's be clear, Merlin Entertainment have got plenty of money, and in my opinion the solution is simple. These birds have to be moved. Shifting them anywhere out of the country is more difficult due to biosecurity and zoo regulations, basically. So they'd have to stay in the UK. London and Edinburgh Zoo both have relatively up-to-date penguin enclosures. Wouldn't it be great if Merlin reached out to them and said, hey, listen, we'll pay for you to update your enclosures. The only deal is you have to take our 15 penguins. It would be a win-win-win. Win for the penguins, win for the zoos who could afford to update their facilities further, and a win for Merlin because they would clear their conscience, which is otherwise blighted by this hideous condition of these birds.
Maybe they don't have a conscience, maybe they just want the penguins to stay where they are.
Well, they just can't be bothered. They don't think it matters, I think. I think that's the bottom line.
Well, I got a statement from them this morning.
What do they say?
Obviously, I'll read you a few lines back. I'm pretty sure you've read that before. It's very similar to stuff.
It's the same as they always say.
Yeah, the dental penguin habitat, Still Life London Aquarium was designed with help and advice from specialist vets. It provides an excellent balance of water and land.
I could get some specialist architects in to build you and me a house in an asbestos factory. We wouldn't want to live in it, would we? It's bullshit. Anyway.
Thank you so much for
Write that
your
one
time.
down.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Fergal Sharkey, if you guys remember. He's a lot from back in the day.
And then we'll grab the interviews after speeches.
Let's have a look and see. I'm going to quickly ask him a question.
So whatever mega conglomerate owns it, you're here by the
Fergal Sharkey, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure, what?
I'm independent. I'm from
no.
YouTube, mate.
So
we say mate a lot.
Oh, was it 87? Was
Oh,
that the answer to the universe and everything?
Was it 87?
I think it was 87.
Right.
I could be wrong.
Cool.
No doubt somebody will YouTube will remind me.
Yeah, I'm sure they will in the comments, man. What I wanted to ask you was, what brings you here today, man?
A very wonderful young lady from the Sunday Express, their environment editor, who's been incredibly helpful, and indeed with Steph, who explained to me, a little while ago now, that right under our feet, several feet below ground in a basement.
Do you think it is directly under our feet?
It's certainly in the basement of County Hall.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not that far off. I'm only going to be a matter of inches.
You never know, they might be hearing us walking on top of them.
Listen, the idea in the modern world, the companies like Blackstone, the Canadian Pension Fund, like the company that owns Chessington World of Adventures, Madame Tussauds, Alton Towers, Sea Life itself, are exploiting and benefiting from the imprisonment of 15 penguins. It's
madness.
Nonsense. And I have to tell you, my children are older now. If I had realised at the time that when I took my kids to Legoland, I was helping support this kind of nonsense, I would have never gone there in a second.
Thanks,
and certainly never gone back.
Thanks for speaking to me.
You're welcome.
Cheers, man. Cheers. It's just interesting to find out what brings people down here, do you know what I mean? Everyone's got a different point of view. I know what my idea is, what my thoughts are, so it's nice to hear what other people are saying, do you know what I mean? So if anybody can remember when Fergal Sharkey was about, let me know. He said 87, and I think somebody else said 92 or something. Let me know in the comments, guys.
Please sign the petition. They're living in a basement with no natural light in conditions that are absolutely horrendous, without we should be replicating their conditions, their natural conditions, rather than them living in a blue basement for the enjoyment of individuals who are coming to visit.
We don't live in these conditions. Because there aren't sanctuaries for penguins, because the people don't live where penguins live, or at least these penguins.
The thing is somebody has to finance looking after animals for all their life in the sanctuary. Who's going to do it?
Yeah, we could potentially get the money to pay for them in a sanctuary that already existed, but no sanctuary is going to be built for 15 penguins.
So I think the best bet for these is Edinburgh. Because they have 100 I don't know, you don't call them, do you? But they've got 100.
Like a herd? I don't know if you call them that, but yeah.
No, but they've got 100.
Yeah, because they don't fly.
Yeah, they've got 100 okay. Yeah, so they've got
but
they breed.
Yeah, but that's good because it's so one, they can make new friends, but two, there's so many that they wouldn't they could easily hide from the observers,
Exactly. Yeah, they can hide behind each other. And also they've got, I think they've got and they've got one of the big ones so they've got.
They've got king penguins, those are big.
Yeah. Well, gentle are the third biggest. So you've got emperor king. I never know which way round.
These are the third biggest, are they? What about royal penguins and how big are they? I imagine they were the biggest ones because of the names.
Well, you've got king and emperor.
Yeah, those are the emperor's the biggest, then king. I sort of always assume royal penguins were the next biggest.
Oh, sorry.
In 2011, sea life repelled these Gentoo penguins, trapped in a small, windowless basement prison with no daylight, no fresh air, and a pool barely 6 or 7 feet deep. In the wild, they dive over 600 feet and swim up to 22 miles per hour. They are extraordinary animals, yet here underneath our feet, most have never even felt the sun on their face or the wind through their feathers. That's why we are here with you today, peacefully, respectfully, but firmly demanding change. Merlin Entertainment, through Own Sea Life, must end all penguin breeding programmes, stop the exhibition of penguins, and ensure they are moved to a more suitable environment. Together as a movement, we truly can free the 15. So thank you again for standing here with us. When we join together like this for animal justice, it truly is powerful. Not just for the 15 penguins trapped here, but for all wild animals who deserve freedom. So thank you. So first up, we have the wonderful salesman who is leading the charge of green power, fair resistance and a future for these 15 penguins, as well as all beings to live in. So please welcome the wonderful salesman.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Listen, thanks everybody for coming. I'm really happy to be here. When I heard about the conditions these penguins are kept in from the Daily Express actually a couple of years ago, I was shocked. It's unbelievable actually. I just heard it said again. I didn't realise how deep they swum, how fast they swum, and how far they swim or would swim in the wild every day. These conditions are abominable, and it's in the interest only of making money, so-called entertainment for people. It's absolutely wrong. I think if we need to boycott Merlin to make them change what they do, we should do that. We should call for a boycott. What we need now is for Merlin to engage with Born Free about how to free these penguins and put them somewhere better than they are. They can't return to the wild, but they can go somewhere better than they are, and it really needs to be done. It's a moral outrage that these penguins are in this basement, treated this way, born into this as well, not just living their entire lives here, but born into it as well. So look, thanks everybody for coming. I'm going to hand the mic over now to Meg.
Yes.
Yeah. Please welcome Meg.
Good morning, everybody. Is this how you wanted to spend your Sunday morning?
Yes.
Yes, Pierre says yes. I mean, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have to be stood here on the banks in central London, protesting for the freedom of 15 penguins kept in the most dire, miserable conditions.
probably of any animal in captivity across the UK. It is horrifying and heartbreaking to see where these animals are being forced to live. Basically, sunlight and fresh air should just be a given. They are the basic standard of husbandry that these poor birds are not afforded. And when it comes to talking about captivity, we want to have lots of progressive conversations about zoos and aquariums in general. We need to be talking about how they evolve, how they move forward with the next modern time. There's lots of changes that need to be made, but how on earth can we make these changes when in our capital city these birds are kept in basements at conditions that are, I mean, they're not even up to modern day standard. They are going back hundreds of years. Before, imagine we didn't have any knowledge of penguins whatsoever. Even then, it still wouldn't be acceptable. It is absolutely disgraceful. It's a stain on humanity. It's a stain on what we understand about these precious birds and the ecosystems